your partner is the greatest.
That's right. Wow.
I'm teaching good tonight. I'm teaching real good tonight.
Teaching.
Without, my old boo ain't treat me like this. Yeah, I know I'm on point. The way your new boo treats you would be the greatest. Without a frame of reference from somebody that didn't have your rib.
God.
You never have exposure to another love. So it is the exposure that creates an enemy to innocence. There were certain things there ought to be. Let me come pick up the 21st century church. I got my old school anointing on tonight. I'm walking in a bishop's anointing prematurely. All right. The reality is this. The way it used to be was that there were adult conversations that children were not privy to.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But in today's age,
yes, sir.
Kids talk more than their adults.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Why are you voicing your opinion?
My God.
When you shouldn't even be in the room?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's true.
That's right.
Exposure to adult problems creates an enemy to your child's innocence.
Yes.
All
right.
Teaching.
Even if we going through in our marriage, I'm not supposed to let the argument ensue in front of Junior because I'm letting Junior see adult stuff that his child mind can't handle.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
Then you wonder why he acting up in school. You wonder why he don't want to listen to you. You wonder why he disrespected the teachers. Because you exposed him to something he knew nothing about.
That's right.
So it is exposure. The letting down of the adult guard. The letting down of the order of the home. The letting down of this is our conversation. You need to go somewhere, and even if you can hear, you better act like you can't.
That's right.
That's good, sir.
I remember there are things that, I used to be excited about becoming an adult so I could be connected to some conversations I got kicked out of.
I remember.
Let me give you this with my mom. So my mom, right, back in the day, we were at the church in Newport News, and her homegirl, Evangelist Taylor, they used to have 3-hour conversations after church. So, Evangelist Graham and I, we would try to stick around for a little bit because we're noticing everybody else has left but us. And it's like, well, what are we supposed to do? So we in the car sleep.
In the car.
They outside having adult time for 3 hours. And I said, you know what? I'm interested to know what in the world is so important
How great.
that we spending 3 hours after church. I'm starving. Can you drop me off, please? Yeah. But it was things, and they out having, just a colossally great time. They laughing, they knee slapping, they doing all kind of stuff. They having the best laughs ever. And we wondering what's going on. Let me introduce y'all to the struggle for real. Won't no cell phones then. So we literally in the car.
Just waiting.
We ain't on no Facebook, we ain't on no board game. We in the car. On timeout. Got to go to the bathroom. Scared to go out there because you interrupted the adult time. Got to stick in here. Because it was certain things, they were saved by the grace of God, but it was certain things, apparently, that they were discussing that my childlike mind couldn't handle. So when I grew up, people would say, well, you grew up sheltered. No, I just grew up unexposed.
That's right. That's good. That's right.
So that when you get to college and you looser than 7 geese, that's not my testimony.
Yes, sir.
Because I was unexposed.
Yes, sir.
But when we expose them to adult things, they start trying adult things
Yeah.
with a child's mind.
Yes, sir.
Oh, God, help me tonight.
Teach
Okay.
it.
So exposure.
Goodness gracious.
Exposure is the enemy of innocence. To expose means to lay open. Yes.
Okay, so I definitely agree with you about the exposure and things that children shouldn't see or shouldn't be around. I guess my question is, and they shouldn't be around when you're arguing and stuff like that, but does that put something in a child's mind, like when they are able and are ready to get married, that marriage is supposed to be perfect because they've never seen this?
Oh, let me come help you. Yeah, let me pick you up real good, real fast on your birthday. All right. The reality is this: we are supposed to be raising children to have perfect marriages. Let's pause there. Let me put some. Let me lay these 205 on that. That's my weight. I'm gonna lay that on that. Okay. The reality is, I've got a responsibility as a husband to train my son how to be perfect as a husband.
That's right.
I ain't supposed to expose him to me fussing his mama out. I ain't supposed to expose him to me having a heated debate with his mom. What I'm supposed to expose him to? Me having a conversation with his mom, me showing his mom what it is that I'm doing, me letting his mom into my day. That's what I'm supposed to expose to him. But when I got these things that were never intended with marriage that's coming up, no, I'm not supposed to be showing him that this is what can happen when your marriage is a little janky. Because I'm gonna just be honest with you. I mean, this is Jesus there. Now y'all beat Jesus up, don't beat me up. All right. I told y'all this on Sunday, and I stand by it. First lady knows the truth. Everybody else knows the truth. In my house, in our house, it's gonna be peace. I'm gonna say it one more time. In our house, it's gonna be peace. Does that mean me and First Lady don't have arguments? I'm gonna help you. Yes, it does. What you mean, Pastor? That means even when an argument would pursue, we understand it's time out. People ain't, that's too deep. I guess I
Next level.
I done went over everybody's heads.
Pastor.
Oh, Pastor, y'all ain't going back and forth. No, we're not. Why? That's disrupting the peace in the house. I would rather have my moment sitting in my chair, talking to the Lord. Now, y'all might say, well, Pastor, that's real spiritual. Well, that's the type of pastor you got. I talk to the Lord, say, God, look, I know I was a little off. And I'm going to go talk to him. Just give me a minute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
A few minutes. Yes, sir.
But this the thing, Minister Black. This the thing. I don't let the minute turn into the next day.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's right.
That's fair.
I actually make sure the minute is within that day.
Right. Right.
So regardless of who's there, are there times that my voice may get elevated or hers may get elevated? Yeah. But is it a back and forth? No. And I can put my hand on a stack of Bibles and tell you that's the truth, because we don't do that. Why? Because that's not how marriage is supposed to look. If we have a problem, we got an issue, I said, girl, you need to get saved. And she might say, well, you need to get saved. Well, why don't we take a time out until we both get saved? That's how it'll go.
Teaching.
That's how it'll go. Then I'll go upstairs. You mad? You just get on my nerves sometimes. Well, you get on mine too. Give me a high five.
So,
Silence,
it's
sir,
something in
silence,
the scripture that in the book of Psalms, it's all over the book of Psalms, that says that it's best for a man to be in a corner of a roof.
In Proverbs.
Yeah, in Proverbs.
To deal in a wide house with a contentious woman.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it is. So, that's your job. If we're going to be men indeed, it's your job to make her non-contentious. Let me help us. God, y'all got me all over the board, but I don't mind. I'll stay here. The reality is this, and I tell every man this, every saved man, I tell him this. God has given you the ability to handle your wife. Amen, Pastor. Thank you. All right. God has put in you
Yes, sir.
the knowledge and the tools to handle your wife. Pastor, you making it up? Nope. The Bible tells me that I'm supposed to dwell with my wife according to knowledge, so that our prayers will be unhindered. I ain't gonna just quote it. Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 3. Y'all, since y'all got me here teaching tonight, and I want a man that ain't ashamed to read 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7. A man that's not scared to read, a man that don't think his wife's gonna beat him up for reading it. I want you to read verse 7. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7.
All right. You got it?
Likewise, ye husbands dwell with them according to knowledge.
Yes.
Giving honor unto the wife,
As what?
as unto the weaker vessel.
Stop. Okay. He said, Bro Foster, it's the man's responsibility to live with his wife according to knowledge. The knowledge is not just what I know of her. I understand biblically that she's the weaker vessel. Okay, let me teach. So if the weaker vessel is the wife, the scripture gives me to understand that the wife normally, according to the word, is going to be more emotional and temperamental. So it's my job to make sure I know her, not your wife. Hello?
Yeah.
To know your own wife, not me know your wife. I'll say it again.
It's good.
To know your own wife. Do it, Pastor. I will. I don't need you as a man telling me how to treat my wife. Go sit down in 5 seats. Because, sir, you need to learn how to take care of yours before you can give me any clue of how to help me with mine. Let me go pick up a little further. This is our righteous indignation I'm speaking with. That's why Pastor Hinton can come talk to Bro Balk Knight about how to treat his wife, because I know how to treat my own.
Preach it, sir.
Amen.
So when I stop treating my wife right, when I stop honoring my wife, you don't need to take no counsel from me. You better go tell me sit on somebody's couch instead of you sitting on mine.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right.
Amen.
Woo. So I got to dwell with her according to knowledge, understanding she's the weaker vessel.
Yes, sir.
She
That's the
gonna
Bible.
have
That's what the
emotions.
word says.
She gonna have swings. So what I gotta do? I gotta be able to step in the middle of the swing and say, all right, do I catch it or do I let it go back? But God has given you the ability to know how to handle your own wife.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
God help me tonight. He's given you the ability. It came with your I do. But Pastor, I ain't know all that before. Well, you shouldn't have got married till after you met Pastor Hinton. Keep.
Yes, sir. And as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered.
So God says, if you don't know how to treat your wife, ain't no need to pray tonight. If you don't know how to submit to the order and authority of your husband, women, you don't need to pray tonight. Because God says your prayers are going to be hindered when y'all can't dwell together. You can't be at each other's throat talking about, yeah, let's have prayer service tonight. You wasted everybody's time and Jesus.
That's good.
Let him go talk to folk that he actually can listen to. All right. So, exposure. God, I don't know how y'all keep throwing me to places that I'm trying to go. Exposure. Exposure. The word expose means to lay open to danger or attack. Exposed. To lay open or to be open to danger or attack. Give me 5 minutes and I'm going to shut it down. Pick it up next week. To lay open or to be open to danger or attack. Expose means to reveal or to exhibit. Mr. Black, you don't like this one.
Yes, sir.
The third definition for exposed is to be subject to actinic rays. Actinic, A-C-T-I-N-I-C. Actinic. Actinic rays. Actinic rays are light rays that produce chemical changes. All right, okay. So exposure is the enemy to innocence. Exposure is to be made open to attack and to danger. It is the bringing about of light that creates a chemical change in your life. Pastor, what are you telling me? Exposure causes the makeup of a person to be changed.
All right.
All of us are supposed to be, or we should have, if we're of sane mind, we should be in a place known as chemical balance. We should be chemically balanced, which means my emotions, my range of motions my thoughts should all be balanced. I should be in a place of equilibrium. Well, the definition for exposure says that when I get exposed to stuff that I shouldn't be, what happens is my balance is now thrown off. All right? So when I get exposed to things that I shouldn't be, my balance gets thrown off. So when my balance is thrown off, a person who's walking without proper equilibrium has a tendency to stumble, has a tendency to fall, or to bump into things that have been there the whole time. I want you to catch this.
Key.
A person, God help me tonight. It's coming. But I'm telling you what I see in the spirit. I see myself teaching 1,000 people. I'm looking right at them in the spirit.
Amen.
Yes, sir. When imbalance comes in my life, I am now subject to stumble, to fall, or to bump into things that have been there the whole time.
It's amazing.
What does that mean? You have been exposed to some stuff you shouldn't have been exposed to. Now you're looking at your husband differently, even though he's been the same the whole time.
Wow.
The imbalance of exposure caused you to bump into stuff that was there the whole time. You married him knowing he was a stickler for order. Exposure to some junk in your life now causes you to hate the part about him that's been there the whole time.
Interesting.
Teach tonight.
Interesting.
Because the reality is, it's not that I changed. It was simply that I was exposed. Oh, God help me. I was exposed to some stuff I shouldn't have been exposed to. What you telling me? Oh, let me go there. Yeah, I'll do it. And this is a good way to end. I'll let me meddle. And if it's not you, just tell the Lord thank you. But the reality is, you knew your husband had a beer belly when you married him. You get exposed to all these men on Sports Illustrated, all these athletes at the beach volleyball court, and got 32 packs ripping in their stomach. You now say to your husband, when you gonna get in the gym? It was only an imbalance that came because you got exposed to something that now you got a problem with what's been there the whole time.
Wow.
You're right.
You own him now. Well, when we go, you need to go to the gym. You know, you got love handles. I had love handles 3 years ago.
Amen.
But now, all of a sudden, because you done seen Idris Elba with his shirt on, you done been exposed to some flesh. Help me tonight, Jesus. I know I'm teaching black.
Teach it, sir.
You done been exposed to this chocolate flesh.
All right now.
That now, I'm looking at. Hold on, let me turn Idris back on. Let me get a mental picture before I come visit you.
Oh, wow.
Because I've been exposed to junk
Teach it.
that's now caused me to bump into and stumble against things that's been there the whole time. Ain't nothing changed about the man. All he did was go to work. Now he come home, you looking at him side eye. Well, what in the world did I do? I don't know, but you know, I watched this movie and it just messed me up. Yeah. So then the rest of your year thrown off. The husband trying to go to the gym because he's getting tired of being talked about with Idris in his stomach. The man of God trying to get right. He trying to work. Y'all making him have imbalance. Alright. Exposure causes chemical changes in one's life that makes them now view others differently. Nothing has changed about the person. The only thing that happened was you were exposed.
Gotcha.
I'm going to pick it up next week. I can't. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. Come on, put your hands together.
All right.